There comes a time in every man's life when he must look back. Today is one of those days. I'm putting on my cringe helmet to look at the old ego content I did all those years ago. If you're not aware, I have played specific characters on my channel as far back as 2016, such as Jackie Boy Man and Jameson Jackson. Now I've been in multiple things, like I've acted alongside Ryan Reynolds in Free Guy. I'm right up there with the likes of like Moist Critical, Hunger Games, District 19. Some would say he showed me the ropes. This was my first one? This doesn't count. This is me being Spider-Man.
In a world ruled by injustice, a one man must stand tall against all obstacles set before him.
Oh my God.
And that man is Jackie Boy Man.
I see, because I called myself Jackie Boy Man. Holy God, October 25th, 2015. Jackie Boy Man was the first one? I came up with that name all that time ago? Oh my God. I'm so old. Also, remember this room? Oh. And welcome to the Jacksepticeye Power Hour. Today, we laugh in the face of science to see magic. Is it real? Is there some things that science can't explain? Like how a man pulls a penny out of your ear, or how the Kardashians keep getting even more famous. Today, we're going to find out. We didn't find out. We have no idea. It turns out attractive people just get more attractive and popular. I wanted to make more videos where I just did random things. I got tired of doing just gameplay all the time, and I went to the shopping center near where I lived in Athlone, and they had little things for kids like Marvin's Magic, and I was like, just in case the magic sucks, I'm going to buy a cat mask that was there as well and become a magician. And more fucking kitty cat mask, because I need a stage name. Jack the Magnificent is what they're gonna call me. Which then changed into Marvin the Magnificent, apparently. You said, wait. Includes everything you need to be a master magician. Bullshit! I realized that the magic sucked. I couldn't do some of them. It was really testing the limits of what you could do on YouTube and what was funny. I got bored and started painting the mask. Of course it would. A red diamond. There we go. Actually, a magician's outfit would have all the card suits on it. There you go! Suddenly an entire character had been born out of that, and the community rolled with it, and we ended up with what we have today. And there's a reason I'm doing all of this now, because I have my own comic book with both of those characters now. I can't really show you too much because I don't really want to spoil anything, but there's the mask. It still exists. He still wears it. This comic is coming out soon. You can go pre-order it right now. There'll be a link in the description. Go to Bad Egg, which actually is, I mentioned Charlie at the start of the video. It's all coming full circle. It's his company, Bad Egg, that are helping publish this because he did Godslap before. And now comics actually exist. I only got these like a few days ago for the first time in my hand, and I'm so excited about it. We'll get to Jackie Boy Man in a second because there's going to be more of him. Man, I did Schneepelstein right after that. Hello and welcome. Welcome back to the Jacksepticeye Power Hour. I am your host for today, Dr. Schneepelstein. Welcome to my ER. I am so sorry to every German person out there. This is another one of those videos where I sat down and I was like, I want to do something dumb. Same store I went to had Operation, which I hadn't played as a kid. I hadn't played since I was a kid. And I was like, okay, I should play Operation. I was like, nah, that's not funny enough on its own. I'll dress up as a doctor, make a character out of it, and then play Operation. And also, you'll notice that I have the Power Hour, and people talk about the Game Grumps having the Power Hour. I did this before the Game Grumps did the Power Hour. Technically, it's mine. I invented the Power Hour, and they stole it from me. They didn't really, because Aaron was on tour with me at one point, and he was showing me the new show that they had where they wanted to do like a Rhett and Link in-person thing because their stuff is always no face cam behind the camera. Same reason I was doing these. And he said that it was called the 10-minute Power Hour. And I was like, oh, funny. I was like, I do the Power Hour. And he goes, What? He got all embarrassed and worried because he was like, we have the logo done and we have an intro done. And I was like, dude, it's fine. If both of us thought of the Power Hour, it means that it's probably a very generic name. And this is probably not the first iteration of that terminology ever used. So I think they fully own the Power Hour at this point. But if anyone ever asks, I came up with it first and I deserve all the credit.
But what do we have here? The birdie bone is connected to the phone. The phone bone, as I like to call it. It's a little doctor joke. You'll get it in a minute.
This is so bad. This is so bad. This is so offensive to German people. I'm so sorry.
Not today. Not today. I need this. This is the only way my wife and kids are going to stay with me. Otherwise, they're going to stay with that tennis instructor, Rick. That bastard.
I will point out, this version of Schneepelstein is not canon, really. Some of the stuff is. This was just me farting around. He's become a lot more serious, and there's a lot more artistry in him now. But I just realized this.
Bastard!
What have I done?
What have I done?
Is a reference to Zoidberg from Futurama.
What have I done?
I realize that I'm channeling that for this.
Remember, don't swallow phones if you care for your bones.
My God, who is this lost child? It's the same, but different. Is this the first actual canon appearance of Jackie Boy? No. Yeah, because Cool Patrol by Ninja Sex Party is technically where Jackie Boy Man became a thing. There he is. That's where the suit for Jackie Boy Man came from. They had it on set for the Cool Patrol music video, but this suit came from that. So then after that, in a Welcome to the Game video?
Welcome back to Welcome to the Game. That's a weird sentence, but this time, I was getting freaked out the last time.
Why do I look so fucking good in this footage? I look tan, I look clean, the green hair vibrant, piercing blue eyes, beautiful white shiny teeth. Oh, it's all gone downhill.
So this time, I've got a special solution. I'm not gonna be scared anymore because I am going to morph into a superhero.
And this was also an excuse. This was really fun to do. Damn. Believe in yourself written on the wall. So silly.
Not today, game! You are not gonna best Jackaboy Man!
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh. There is a reason why he's called Jackie Boy Man. The original reason is because I thought the name was funny by calling yourself Boy Man. But there he is now. If you get the comics, you will find out why he calls himself Jackie Boy Man. There is an in-universe explanation for it.
Jackaboy Man! Away! The first superhero Let's Play! Wait. No, Spider-Man did one a while back. I can't take his glory. Okay, continue.
Spider-Man didn't. That was just a joke. It was very funny. It's also interesting that Jackie Boy Man became a character. I didn't really do like an in-universe Jackie Boy Man thing. I never really like gave him a character because I did like South Park as well.
My name is Jacksepticeye and welcome to South Park, the fractured butthole.
Our superhero game needs a superhero player, and that player can only be one person. Jackie Boy Man! And he's back. Same thing again. This is just the same intro. Again.
Top of the morning to you laddies, I'm Jackie Boy Man!
I can't believe I did a whole fucking series like this. I can't believe I wore this basically for the whole thing. So, Jackie Boy Man, that's kind of all his lore. There's not really a whole lot else to him. Like, you'll see him in this. He's just a very fun character. I'm glad that he has like lore and a history and things like that. That he's not just relegated to this. Now he actually exists in his own universe and is his own person. But then we come to the real meat and potatoes of it all. This series, this Let's Play, oh man. This is where Jacksepticeye shows up for the first time.
Good morning to you ladies, my name is Jacksepticeye and welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. This came out at a really weird time because I haven't been here all weekend.
Sister location came out when I was away, so I was like, how can I inject something else into this to make it interesting? I was just getting a little fatigued by the formula, so I was like, I want to inject something else into it to make it more of my own, to set me apart from everybody else. And clearly that worked because people really loved it, but people were already online making up an alter ego of me for like a dark version of me. And because I'm Septiceye, people thought Antiseptic was really funny. He's just called Anti to me now because of different reasons that'll come out later. I will also point out that Jacksepticeye as a person, as a character, does not exist in this universe anymore. Back then I didn't know what I was doing with it yet, and now I actually have a story that I'm really proud of and I'm really excited to share. Some of the like really old stuff has to kind of like be pushed aside because it just doesn't make sense anymore. I was just saying stuff out loud. Oh, it should be here.
Cheer up, baby! Here! Zap!
Back then, that was really, really fun to do, and no one was really doing that kind of stuff all that often. People were really excited about it, and it really enthused me to keep going with this game. Like, I don't finish any FNAF games because the extra stuff I was doing with Anti was really fun to do.
A fucking descent into madness and depression because I'm not getting paid enough.
Because I said madness, and then Anti appeared, and I thought, let's do that, but all of Halloween, to get people more excited about that video coming up and drumming up hype.
Oh, it feels so good.
That was subtle. I did one in Cluster Truck. A lot of these are just like little glitchy things that I did. We should have Anti show up during Halloween and take over my body. And that was this video.
This is a knife. So God, this is gonna get dangerous. Right, so what you're gonna... What the fuck was that?
I like that. And I really tried to play it off naturally because I was, in my head I was thinking, I hate whenever people do these types of stuff and you can really tell how fake it is immediately. I love that edit too. That this changes, that was very slick editing by Robin. And then it switches back. I loved that kind of stuff. Like the eagle-eyed viewer would catch things that other people wouldn't. It felt rewarding for the audience to catch all of this stuff and to go back and rewatch it and see what was in it and what wasn't, and Anti showing up in the corner. I was very excited to upload this video, and I was watching the audience's reaction to this as it came out and seeing people just lose their minds, and it was so much fun to do. I still think some of this really stands up.
My arm's getting tired. There! The pumpkin is... Oh! Pumpkin's all...
I like that stuff.
Cleaned out. And you're gonna have to do fine.
And then it all happened. I had to make it goofier because I was really worried how this would be received by like the algorithm, but it's still like fun. Where can you see the knife switch? I don't think the blood's on it yet. It was there in that edit. And I was really scared because I actually had the other knife at one point and I held it up close to my neck, but I was like, I don't trust myself with that. That's really dangerous. That's really stupid. I'll settle for it looking a little goofy. The people who are into it will be into it.
His body was weak. You all said my name. Kept me. I am here now. It's you. It's all your fault. Listen to me. You all made this happen. You could have stopped me. But you just watched as this happened. Now he's gone forever. Say goodbye.
That's so fun. I feel like if I was an audience member or somebody in a community and the person that I like watched the most did that, I would be really excited. And I don't remember making this video. It's private and there's no comments on it. Subtle. Really subtle. But that's what I mean. I was like hiding stuff everywhere. There's stuff hidden in the audio. There was stuff hidden in the background. Like I did a bunch of stuff with Auntie over the years that there's just like little bits hidden everywhere. Some things I think are still kind of lost because I think they were probably buried a bit too obscurely into it. Not this one specifically, but just Auntie in general. And I really enjoyed doing this video. Again, it's probably the most fun I've ever had on my channel. And then I did Chase Brody. This office that I was in was an office that I rented. It was not long after I started renting it that I moved, so I never used it. So I was like, I should do something in this office while I have it. And then I came up with this idea. This one was called Bro Average instead of Dude Perfect. And I called him Chase Brody because I thought that that was the most American footballer. If I was watching a movie as a kid and there was teenagers in America and one of them skateboarded, his name would have been Chase Brody.
Yo, what's up guys? I'm Chase and welcome to Bro Average. This one's called the Teabag.
And then the whole, I mean, obviously it's just satire. And obviously the mug is a reference to Dude Perfect. It's Mr. Perfect. I'm very clever. And then I just stood next to it and threw one. It took me a couple of attempts to get it in, but I removed all the other tea bags then at that point. And then was like, first shot. And then Chad the puppet.
My name's Chad, and this one's called Sucking Dicks. Hey, what's up, it is? My name's Chad, and welcome back to Bro Average. This one's called How High Can You Fly, Dude?
I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to make it funnier. But then he became a character because of this stuff.
No, baby, no. No, I know, yeah, I'm trying, okay? I'm working. I'm trying to hit all the shots. Just look, just don't take the kids.
And clearly that resonated because people called him Sad Dad after that. And he became a fully fledged character with his own artwork, his own fan art, his own story, his own lore. It's crazy. So then I did the Chase thing, which was my very first like real big attempt at doing a cinematic version of it. Me and my friend Tucker wanted to work on something for a long time, and then we rented an Arri Alexa, and it was so much fun to do. Like this, like you see this oval pattern, it's not round. Regular cameras just use a spherical lens, so it's just a circle. So you'll get circular bokeh in the background, but the Alexa camera gets this weird washy sort of look, kind of like warped, and I love that look of that camera. This is also Tucker's Prius. Obviously, I don't drive. Like these shots look so good. Just like natural lighting in a car, no set lights, no extra lights at all. This looks so fucking good. I love that shot as well, with Auntie in the background. I was really like talking to Tucker about it and trying to like, we were trying to like flex our cinematicness with stuff, and I was like, Auntie should be in the background, like watching Chase. Robin told me it was a hard thing to do because normally it's easy to do shots like this if you have tracking dots around, or if you have a static shot where you can like do a mask, but this wasn't that. This was a moving handheld shot. As you can see, Auntie kind of like float a little bit, but I think it adds to the shot a lot because it adds to that sort of like weird ethereal, is he there, is he not there, is it in someone's head? And then these shots are so cool. Just looks so nice. This is me operating the camera at this point. I was like just filming stuff out the window as Tucker drove. And this is just somewhere north of Los Angeles that we drove for like an hour, hour and a half, just up into the woods. This is what I mean. The camera just adds this really like warped drunkenness, dreamy type quality that I think just looks fantastic. It really added to like what we wanted to do. Like this sort of like him super in focus, but then everything in the background being out of focus, like his mind is all ajar and he's not really focused himself and everything is messy. You can really see it here. Like the edge of the screen looks a bit off. I think I like walk into the edge and I warp a little bit. It's kind of subtle, but you can see I've kind of like shrank. And then this shot, this is just a stock photo that I found. I took a picture of my computer with a Polaroid camera to make it look more authentic. Look, we were filming a lot of this stuff on a budget. This next shot, I was so happy with because I really wanted a lens flare. Lens flares show up because of the nature of the lens shape. And I was like, dude, we gotta go J.J. Abrams on this. I have to get a lens flare if we're using a lens like this. And then I love this shot. And then of course the big moment. So cool looking. God, the colors are gorgeous. I like that a lot. And that sound effect that I put in there was a sound that I made myself at home. Like it really pulls you out of the moment. It feels like you got like teleported with it, like you got punched in the stomach. And then that directly leads into this one, which I did last year. This was a game that we made in Unreal Engine with Hyper RPG, but this was also like my first attempt at like writing, directing, hiring a crew, hiring a set, getting in and doing stuff like legit, doing it properly. And it was very, very, very fun to do. But Aaron, who plays the scientist working for Iris, he references that chase video, the end of it.
The date is October 18th, 2019. We are interviewing... Can you say your name for the record, sir?
Chase Brody.
Mr. Brody is a 5'8" white male, mid-30s. He was described as having appeared out of thin air by a passerby on the top level of a parking garage.
And then if you go back and watch that footage, he appears out of thin air on top of a parking garage, but there's people behind me as I walk by. And in my mind, I'm like, those people are the ones that told Iris what had happened or like started talking about it, and Iris got wind of it and then picked up Chase. I have a lot more plans, a lot more ideas. I really want to like connect the dots properly and do it justice and have it be fun for the audience to interact with. So if you want to get more of the lore, the comic is for you. It's going to have some stuff in it kind of explaining Marvin and Jackie Boy Man a bit more, because I feel like those are two that I haven't really delved into as much as some of the other characters like Chase or Auntie. And we even have another beautiful boy who is one of my favorites, and it seems like people didn't care as much. So this is JJ, or Jameson Jackson, because I wanted to come up with a sort of old-timey sounding name, but also a name that was kind of like a comic book name, because it's always like Peter Parker, like PP. So I was like, JJ. The first one I did of him is 6 years ago. So the Halloween after the Auntie one, we travel back in time through the art of film and become JJ. I love this so much as well. Like, that kind of stuff is so cool. Robin did such a good job on those edits as well. As you can see with the Chase Brody one as well, I'm a big fan of conveying story through non-verbal cues. And I thought it would be so fun to do like a Charlie Chaplin old school kind of video. And this was the result of that, where I was like, Halloween's coming up, I could do it for that. And this was just JJ doing a puppet show. which is very, very fun. I liked doing this one as well because this one was kind of inspired by Cuphead a little bit, doing stuff with the devil, and the devil was another puppet that I found in the same place that I found Chad, if you can't tell that it's the same type of puppet. But it was like a murder mystery in a puppet theater. And then of course, stuff goes wrong. As it always does, and this is one of my favorite ego edits. That. And then that. I think that looks really cool because the jaw extends like a little further than it should, but not too far where it looks silly. And you can see that JJ's signing as well for help. And I thought it was really interesting to have puppet strings on JJ because he was playing with puppets. And then he himself is being puppeteered around. So there you have it. Probably more ego lore and stuff that I've talked about than I ever have in a single video before. I'm a big fan of like the era of watching Lost on television and getting the weekly thing and then have everyone sit around and chat about it. Like the comic book comes out and then people discuss what actually happens in it. And then you wait for the next one to come out. Because we are doing more than this. It's not just this comic. We're going to do more versions of it. So this is just the first one. This is number 0. We also have other versions of it. So this is like a shiny foil version of it in the green. You can kind of see it sparkle. And then we have these as well. We have a Jackie Boy Man cover and we have a Marvin cover. I'm very excited about it. I can't wait for you guys to have it in your hands. I can't believe that these actually exist. As soon as I got them and I saw them in my hands, I was like, this is so cool. And I went to bed one night and I read the comic in bed and I was just so giddy about it. And I'm very proud of the way it's coming out, and I'm very proud of the story that we have planned. Go get the comic, I guess. It's in the description down below. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.